Patriots beat the Saints 25-19, and the Patriots now 4-2. They're 3-0 on the road. Very impressive for a young football team. And I don't know what else is there to say. I feel like the train for Drake May, the hype train, is taking off, and there are some people that are telling the train to not go so fast to slow down a little bit. But with the way he's playing, there is no slowing down because he had 3 touchdowns in the first half. He really could have had 4 touchdowns in the first half. He had 5 straight games of a 100 plus passer rating, 200 plus yards. Age 23 years old or younger, only Mahomes, Marino, and Dak Prescott have done it. So I look at Drake May right now, and the conversation this week is going to be about, is he a top 10 quarterback? Now, do you feel Drake May is a top 10 quarterback? And Dels will answer that. But Rev, are you on the hype train or are you sitting this one out?
Sitting this one out. I like how that was worded. Top 10 quarterback.
I don't know if this is your type of guy, Riv.
Top 10. Top 10 is tough. There's a lot of guys playing well right now. Probably in that 8 to 14 range.
14.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying in that range because it could be like, for example, I'm gonna use this guy for example. It's unfortunate I have to use this guy. Jared Goff is probably a guy, you know what I'm saying, that some people might have in the 12, 13 range, right? But on any given season, he can play like a top 10 quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Statistically, he could be amazing and stuff like that, put on performances. I think with Drake, I think for him, like him being top 10, I guess it's the eye test, the off-platform throws, the way he can get out of structure, the way he can evade pressure and stuff like that. I think that's the stuff that kind of propels him over the guys we call statues or the less athletic guys. Missy top 10, he probably can finish the season top 10. Just really depend on the playoffs. So I feel like him and Jaden kind of had a similar case, and what I think propelled Jaden to those conversations was the playoffs, where he in the regular season he was clutch all year, he was great all year, put on performance after performance. And then in the playoffs, it kind of elevated where he didn't miss a beat. He was still great. Had 2 playoff wins on the road, if I'm not mistaken. Was that Tampa game on the road? I don't remember. But the Detroit game was on the road. He went out there. He played great. So I think the playoffs are really solidify if Drake Maye is like a top 10 guy. But I think he's been playing great. I think you can't ignore what he's been doing. I don't know if I'm sitting out, but I'm definitely like thinking about buying a ticket. I'll say that.
Oh no,
Tickets
we're
are getting
row.
expensive.
We're front row.
He's
He's so locked. He's unbelievable. It does not matter who he's played, and it's a matter of how you play. And there's certain quarterbacks that play up against these bad teams, and they look okay. They look good. They don't look like this. They don't do and they don't throw the way that Drake does. They don't move in the pocket the way that Drake does. And given situation, given circumstance, it elevates it even more. It's been awesome. There's nothing else to say other than this is one of the best starts to a sophomore season I've seen, not named Patrick Mahomes. He's been sensational. I love everything about Drake Maye. I have nothing negative to say, and I'll allow the glaze from Dells and Mr. Moran to commence.
We love glazing Drake Maye on this podcast. I think this is a pro Drake Maye podcast. Maybe Riv, it's okay. Like that's not your guy. You have Josh in the AFCs. You know what I mean?
just don't. I just want to wait and see. I don't glaze people who beat the Saints and play great against the Raiders and shit like that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Unless they're your guy, then you will glaze them early.
I still don't.
Okay, interesting. Neither here nor there. I do think Drake Maye has been playing like a top 10 quarterback this year. He is the offense. Like he is what New England's offense runs through. When we're talking about guys that do this, like this is like the Josh Allens of the world, the Lamars to a lesser extent, maybe before he had Derrick Henry, where the run game goes through him and the pass game goes through him. It's a lot that we're seeing from Mahomes right now. This is a team that's bottom 7 in the league in rushing yards per game. They have not been able to get anything from Ramondre consistently or Travion Henderson, who just seems to have really no trust in this offense. Even with Antonio Gibson out, he had even less snaps than he did the week prior. So this has been a rushing attack that's been super inefficient, and it's been put on Drake Maye's shoulders to go out there and just put up points. And he's put up points basically every single week. Today was just it feels like the game has slowed down for him. Like usually it takes a few years, but it just feels like when he's sitting in the pocket, he's able to go through his reads and find an open guy and do it very calmly. And if he doesn't have someone open, he has great legs. So it just feels like the game has slowed down for him right now. The obvious guy. So if I'm just saying what quarterbacks I'm taking over Drake Maye going forward, there's only 4 for certain. It's Mahomes, Lamar, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert. Those are the only 4 that I could say with confidence I will take above Drake Maye going forward. Joe Burrow, I think, is more than a valid conversation. The injuries, a little bit scary at this point, but if you're telling me I'm getting a healthy Joe Burrow, I'll take Joe Burrow. But beyond that, I'm taking him over Jordan Love, CJ Stroud, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, Caleb Williams. I'm taking him all over all of these guys. He has looked that special in an offense where he shouldn't look special in. He shouldn't look this good. He doesn't have this, brilliant top of the line play caller, this awesome offensive line, this great weapons room. He has solid stuff around him, but he's elevating this offense.
Question.
He slid in Jaden Daniels way too comfortably.
My question, this is my question, though. Just question. I don't really want to go to the back and forth. I just want to see where your thought process is. Today, you're saying today, those are the guys, outside of those guys, you're taking Drake Maye based off how he's played. So why does he have an argument right now over Baker Mayfield and Dak Prescott?
I think if you're saying individually how those guys are all playing, they're all playing probably in the similar tier. Like these are like probably the quarterbacks playing top 5 levels right now. Like you could throw Darnold in there, like all playing at this super high level. I think the fact that Drake Maye is doing it at 22 years old, he's the youngest starter in the NFL. It just feels like this is kind of baseline. Like obviously it feels like he's probably going to get better than this, right? So if he's already playing at this level, I just feel like the potential is far higher than Dak or a Baker.
So you're taking the potential over. I get it.
I'm kind of on the side of I'm okay to get into a back and forth. You slid in Jaden Daniels way too smoothly.
Jaden's great.
Like we didn't watch the greatest rookie season in the history of football, and he missed time. He looked pretty amazing against the Chargers.
He's just gonna say Drake's younger, bro. That's just what
Drake
he's
is
gonna say.
like 3 years younger.
Yeah, he's just gonna say Drake's younger.
Crazy.
If it's just that he's younger, I
don't think there's anything wrong with taking Jane Daniels over him. What he did last
but you're
season
saying
was special.
comfortably, but like
He did say comfortably.
Did I say comfortably? Yes. Sometimes things just get by me when I start talking about Drake Maye. I don't understand what I'm saying.
He did say comfortably.
I definitely listen. I said comfortably. It'll be great for the clip. But anyhow, I think Jaden Daniels, we could definitely have a conversation. I think Jordan Love's a conversation. I don't think, it's just 32 GMs are taking Drake Maye over these guys. But what I see is the potential to be in that like Josh Allen, Mahomes, Lamar tier. Like I think he could be a top 3 quarterback in the world. And these other guys probably can. But the fact that he's doing it at this young of an age, I feel like it just, I see it more.
For every era, you have a big 4. 2010s, you had Brady, Manning, Breeze, Rodgers. The 2020s, it's been Mahomes, Lamar, Allen, and Burrow. I think Drake Maye is going to be one of those 4 for this next era. He's off to a historically great second-year start right now. He's 5th in EPA per dropback among second-year quarterbacks all time. Above him, Lamar Jackson, MVP year, Patrick Mahomes, 50 touchdown MVP year, Nick Foles, and Brock Purdy. Those are the 4 above Drake Maye. He leads all quarterbacks.
Wait, who's that name you said?
Nick Foles.
No, right after him. Who's the name after him?
Oh, it's Brock Purdy.
Oh,
Brock Purdy.
okay.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh, okay.
Maybe if Mac Jones was in a Niners system, he would have been on this list too.
Well,
in the second year.
It's a shame how life works,
Yeah, but no, Purdy was here. And Drake Maye right now currently leads all quarterbacks in dropback success rate at 54.6%. That would have ranked number 1 last year. There are 10 quarterbacks that I feel like definitively have been the best 10 this season, just from this season and what I've seen. It's not in any particular order. It's Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, Patrick Mahomes, Drake Maye, Daniel Jones, Dak Prescott, Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff, Lamar Jackson when he was healthy. I think those have been the definitive best 10. And then the next tier, we can talk about Jordan Love and Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. I don't think he's played enough games, but I think Jaden Daniels is going to be in this conversation for sure. So Drake Maye to me has played like a top 10 quarterback this year. I think that's like without a doubt. I think the conversation is really about top 5. Has he been better than Baker? I don't think so. Josh Allen, that's not crazy to say that he has been. Patrick Mahomes, it's also a conversation we take into account supporting cast. Sam Darnold, I think it's a conversation. Dak Prescott, I think it's a conversation. Drake Maye is like definitively playing at a top 5 level right now. And you can make a really good case for him playing at a top 3 level. So I think Drake Maye is fantastic, and he's going to be one of the leaders of this new era, new school. And the Patriots got themselves a quarterback. Like the AFC East usually has never had 2 big-time quarterbacks at the same time. This is the first time that it feels like they got that.
I love when I talk football with my dad and he's very passionate about something. Sometimes he talks and he gets a little hyperbolic, but I felt like he was being serious. I say that to say, when Keenan Allen was a rookie, he saw him and he was like, dude, this guy could be Jerry Rice. He wasn't Jerry Rice, but he ended up being pretty great. He said to Drake Maye, he's like, the Patriots did it again. They got another guy that looks like he can be all-time great. Because when you're in the breath with Mahomes, you're in the same breath as Marino. Marino was the start of watching what a quarterback can do for an offense. What the future of a quarterback could be started with Dan Marino. And we've seen what it's elevated to, of course, and how mobile quarterbacks have been, how strong of arms these quarterbacks have. You look at Drake Maye and the way that he's moving. My dad's talking like we're already watching an all-time great. That's kind of the way that he has moved and made some of fans that watch him play. He has looked that great. Now, am I on all-time great trajectory with Drake Maye? I don't know, but you guys are not too far off. He has been by far and away easily a top 10 quarterback this season. That's comfortable. The way that he maneuvers with the supporting cast, top 5's in question for sure. He's playing like an MVP candidate right now for sure. He's been that great. He's been sensational.
There's not many quarterbacks that you trust in a 3rd and long situation to convert. He's one of those. And he's one of those where it's a coin flip that he's going to convert it.